Alright, hey guys. My name's Cole Allen, and this is my Pecha Kucha entitled The Silver Screen in Reno. Basically, I'm going to be detailing a whole bunch of movies and stuff that were made in Reno, and some of them are actually quite popular. So you begin with why filmmakers come to Reno, and I think a lot of the reason has to do with the fact that Reno has so much to offer for the movies. It has casinos and desert and mountains and trees and lights and all sorts of stuff. So it makes it kind of a one-stop shop for movie makers. What's the point? Movies promote growth and bring in a little bit of money on the side. And this growth allows people to come to the region and allows the population to grow, which is a big benefit for any basically area, and especially for Reno in general. The Misfits is probably in 1961, starring Clark Gable, Marilyn Monroe, and Montgomery Clift. Is Reno's most significant movie. It was both Gable and Monroe's last film, and it was shot entirely in the Reno area, and only in a couple months, which is quite rare. Now, the University of Nevada has probably had the single location where most movies have been filmed within Reno. From 1944 to 1956, 8 movies were filmed on the campus here, which is quite impressive for any university in general, much less one in Reno. From 1944 to 1949, we had Andy Hardy's Blonde Trouble. We had Margie starring Jeanne Crane. We had Apartment for Peggy starring Jeanne Crane and William Holden, and Mother is a Freshman starring Loretta Young Van Johnson. The later 4 movies, Mr. Belvedere Goes to College starring Clifton Webb and Shirley Temple, The Captive City, 5 Against the House, and Hilda Crane, which was the last movie filmed on the university campus. So the rest of this slideshow is going to be dedicated to all the other movies that were made in Nevada, or in Reno, mostly focusing on Sister Act, Kingpin, Love Ranch, Pink Cadillac, The Cooler, Hard 8, Magnolia, Ocean's 11, and Desert Hearts. There's many more, however, these are probably the ones that I'm going to choose to focus on. Sister Act's a 1992 movie starring Whoopi Goldberg as Dolores Van Carter, a Reno lounge singer who actually witnesses a killing and is placed into protection in a convent, of which she kind of tries to turn that upside down. The parts in Reno are set in the Nevada Club Casino, which is no longer around, and the police station. Kingpin is a 1996 comedy with Woody Harrelson, Randy Kayad, and Vanessa Angel about an Amish runaway, Randy Kayad, who tries to be a pro bowler and gets some help from a former star bowler, Woody Harrelson, and the final bowling tournament is held in the National Bowling Stadium in Reno. Love Ranch is a 2010 drama with Helen Mirren, Joe Pesci, and Sergio Perez Macheta. The film follows Grace and Charlie Bontempo, Mirren and Pesci, respectively, who's a married couple who opens a brothel, and actually it's based on true events in 1976 when boxer Oscar Bonavent was murdered at the Mustang Ranch brothel. Pink Cadillac is a 1989 comedy action with Clint Eastwood and Bernadette Peters. Eastwood plays Tommy Novak, a bounty hunter who is hired to find Luann Bernadette Peters, a woman who stole money from the white supremacy gang, but ends up helping her instead. Several scenes were filmed at J.A. Nugget in Sparks. The Cooler is a 2003 movie with William H. Macy, Maria Bello, and Alec Baldwin. Basically, it follows Bernie Lutz, who's an unlucky gambler trying to pay off his debt to a casino boss, and interested in Natalie Bellisario, a cocktail waitress. Now, the Golden Phoenix was used as the interior, despite it being set in Vegas. Hard 8 is a 1996 thriller with Philip Baker Hall, Gwyneth Paltrow, John C. Reilly, and Samuel L. Jackson. The film follows Sidney, an old gambler, and John, a young deadbeat, and his friend Jimmy and a cocktail waitress, Clementine, who kind of risk their lives in order to get what they want. Magnolia is a 1999 thriller starring quite a few people, but probably most significantly Tom Cruise and Philip Seymour Hoffman. It basically describes a whole bunch of intertwining stories of characters looking for happiness, love, and overall forgiveness. The opening casino scene is filmed in Reno, while the rest is filmed in Southern California. Ocean's 11, the 1960 version, stars Peter Lawford, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., and Joey Bishop, basically the Rat Pack, and follows Danny Ocean and Jimmy Foster as they recruit a group of World War II veterans to rob 5 Las Vegas casinos on New Year's Eve at midnight. And the movie has been remade since then. Desert Hearts is probably the least known of all the movies talked about. It's a 1985 romantic drama with Helen Shaver and Patricia Charbonneau. Shaver plays Vivian Bell, who's a professor who travels to Reno to get a quick divorce. And while waiting, she stays in a guest house and she meets Kay Rivers, who's Charbonneau, and falls in love. So some of the challenges to Reno's movie business have to do with the fact that Nevada does have a tax fund, has a fund set up to give tax breaks and money to movies to film in the Silver State. However, there's only $10 million available for the next 4 years, and a lot of that has to do with the next challenge is Tesla, because as part of the benefits to have the Tesla factory coming into actually just outside of Reno, $70 million was cut from the movie tax fund in order to create a benefits package for Tesla. So this is kind of the end of my slideshow. Thank you for watching, and I want to give a major thank you shout out to Robin Hollibird, for which, if without her insight and information, this would have been significantly more difficult to accomplish. So thanks again for watching, and see you soon.